feeling at this stage about Ironman and my training and my focus. Firstly, I think very few niggles. Got a bit of a niggle with the Achilles. Last week, 2 weeks, hasn't been too bad. Apart from that, looking good. Injury wise, been stretching regularly. Massage now once a week, maybe out to 10 days occasionally. So staying on top of that. Down to about 83 kilos at the moment. Really happy. Lost roughly, let's say 4 kilos. We're getting there. My race weight, I'd like to be at 80. So we're still working on that. Still working on eating healthy. Initially, we had no carbs as part of the diet. It's something that I've had to add in just so that, you know, with the exercise and the increase in training, just to be able to keep me going, I just need those carbs, and I burn them off fairly well with the training that I'm doing. In terms of other diet supplements, using the Endura Optimizer now, finding it working really well. Happy with that. On the Pharmanex multivitamins, it's something I used last Ironman campaign. Found it worked again very well. So again, why not use something that worked last time again? So yeah, working with taking those on a regular basis. Overall training, we break it down. The swimming, really happy with the swimming. The swimming couldn't be going better. Feeling confident in the water. Been really focusing on my stroke, particularly the reach when I breathe with the arm. That's, you know, the arm that's going into the water as I breathe. So I'm, you know, extending that reach, not to overreaching, but to really get that additional advantage out of my pull. That's the other thing that I'm working on is really focusing on that first half of the pull to really get the advantage from as soon as that hand hits the water through down to when it comes and brushes your thigh. So yeah, the swimming I'm really happy with late, and people have commented that the swimming's coming along. So, you know, Mark's made comment that it is improving. So I'm happy with that. I think testimony to that is the swim time on the weekend at Geelong, and I felt good there, and I felt that I could have done that swim without the wetsuit. Was pretty confident across the board. So, you know, that's looking up from where I was, you know, two and a half years ago to what I am now. You just need to stick at it. The ride continues to improve, I think. I'm definitely not a hill expert, I'll say that straight out. Hills are something that I find challenging. If I don't have that run off from a previous hill, I do struggle a little bit. So if it's worked from a bit more strength training, working on pushing that big chain ring all the time, building the strength up. So, you know, the next couple of weeks again, you know, that's something that I'd hope that we focus on. In terms of just the flat straight line, you know, slight hills, slight inclines, that sort of stuff, eat it up. Found that on the weekend again with Geelong. It is I mean, it's a technical and it does have some hills in it, but I found that it worked really well. The bike, I just focused on that form, alright, staying aero, and I had a good race. So, you know, the bike's there, can improve. I think I still can get some improvement out of the bike. Just got to work on that strength, I think, particularly around that hill side of things. The run again, I think, yeah, it is improving. It's something that I found. Obviously, it was a strength when I came into triathlons because I come from a run background. Now, at times, it can be a bit of an Achilles, a weakness of mine. Becomes a mental issue. Last leg, the 3 legs, I really struggle at times to keep the legs turning over. So there's that voice that says to me, "Oh no, you can stop and walk for a little while. You'll be right." Again, Geelong was a really big improvement. Like, I was able to overcome that sort of mental issue that I've got. That I've got to walk. I don't have to walk if I can keep a consistent pace. That's kind of my theme for the next 5 to 6 weeks is consistency. Consistent pace, consistent swimming pace, consistent ride pace, consistent run pace. Try not, and I know I've done this in the past, surge. Have this surge and then drop off. Have this surge and drop off. It's about consistency across the board. And I think that's a theme and a focus that I'm going to really have over the next 5 to 6 weeks. Mentally, I think it's improving from what it was. Was pretty poor. A good old arch enemy of the that second voice, that voice that always says, "No, you can miss out on that training session," or "No, you can walk," or "No, this is too tough, so get out of the pool and just sit on the side and bludge." No more. I need to really overcome that, because in a race situation you're going to have that come up. So mentally, it's something that you really need to work on, and psychologically, Ironman is a psychological battle. If you've done the training leading up to Ironman, you can physically do it. It's the mental and the psychological issues and mindset that prevents you from achieving your goals, particularly at Ironman. So it's something that I'm going to focus on, and it's about a consistent mental attitude towards training, towards obviously the race, and those sorts of things. So they're the things that I'm looking at. The other thing I think, psychologically and just overall, it's all about having fun, enjoying yourself. If you're not enjoying yourself, then you're not going to do well. You're not going to work to your potential. So that's the big other challenges leading up to Ironman. Fitting everything in, balance between spending time with Karen, work commitments, and I think the big thing is trying to get the sleep in, getting enough sleep on a daily basis to keep me going. I think that's so important, is the sleep, that got to try and get 8 hours of sleep a night. It's something that I really struggle with, but it's something, again, that's a focus. So there's a number of focuses I've got there throughout. But they're my thoughts on where I am, particularly with Ironman.